Hello, my name is Abby. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome again and thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you join the family. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button on your screen, and when you do so, please do not forget to turn on the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever there's a new video on this channel. And this channel is all about my journey as a Nigerian immigrant in Canada and everything else in between, really. So welcome again and thank you for stopping by. And of course to my subscribers, mwah. So today's video stems off of a conversation that I was having with someone recently, and we're talking about some of the changes that I've had to deal with or that I've had to come to terms with since moving down to Canada, and comparing that to my experiences in Nigeria. I decided to actually think through and come to discuss some of the lifestyle changes that I've experienced since moving to Canada from Nigeria. So if you're interested in knowing some of the lifestyle changes that I have made since I moved to Canada from Nigeria, then please keep on watching. First of all, let me mention that this is no shade to my Nigerian people. I love you, yeah, but it is what it is. So the first is the fact that Canada obviously has constant electricity. I don't have to deal with the fact that I have to iron my clothes days in advance, because you really never know what these electricity guys in Nigeria are going to get up to. I don't have to panic about not having my devices charged. I don't have to worry about buying fuel for my generator to power up my house. I don't have to worry about anything electricity, really. I don't have to, particularly, you know, as a woman, as a mom, I don't have to worry about my food going bad in the refrigerator. Like, if there was ever anything that irked me about not having constant electricity in Nigeria, it was the fact that food often got wasted due to the fact that electricity wasn't really constant. And even when you use your generator to power up your refrigerator, your freezer, it really, I mean, like, how long can you power up your generator to you know, to cool this thing? So it really was a nightmare, you know, having to calculate how many hours you know, your generator was going to be on to power up your refrigerator and freezer, vis-a-vis how many hours of actual direct electricity you're gonna have during the day from the power grid. It was so annoying. And then another thing is the fact that I don't get to hear, I mean, if you're Nigerian, you know what I'm about to talk about. Yeah, if you're Nigerian, if you've ever lived in Nigeria, if you still lived in Nigeria, you know that it was a norm, right? There's probably ever any Nigerian who never said or shouted up NEPA whenever electricity got restored. Like, you know, now it was a thing. I had tried so very hard not to do it or to stop doing it, especially when I had my daughter, and tried to say this, but when my daughter turned 2, she started saying Opipa. That was the whole way of saying up NEPA. I'm like, oh God. Why is my child saying Opipa? Just look at what these people have done to me. Because even when I don't say it, when electricity gets restored, she hears, you know, the neighborhood shout, you know, whenever electricity gets restored, especially when it's been gone for so long. So yes, the fact that you know, I mean, absolute luxury of electricity here is definitely a change for me, and nothing, absolutely nothing, based the fact that I don't have to panic or think about electricity or the lack of it here in Canada. And the second lifestyle change is the fact that my diet is now slightly different, right? There's certain things that were staples for me whilst I was living in Nigeria. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury to have those things anymore. Now, you know, before you say I thought there are Nigerian food items, you know, in the diaspora, yes, there are, but you might not find everything you want at the time that you want. So it makes it kind of difficult, you know, to, especially when you're craving, you know, when you're craving for a particular food, it makes it really difficult. And eventually, I guess, you just have to tailor your palate to what is readily available here. And I'm talking about something like going, you know, that I really took for granted back in Nigeria. I actually had a business that I was running. I was making going pepper sauce in Lagos, and I was selling it. Like, I got the recipe, and I was taught by the actual, you know, Togolese how to make this sauce in the authentic way. And thankfully I was able to make a business out of it. I was making money, so it was very easy peasy for me. Whenever I felt the need for it, or whenever I felt the craving for it, actually I mean, it got to a point where it wasn't even about craving anymore, because that sauce was always available in my house. I was making it for my friends and I was selling it. But here, unfortunately, I am unable to make that sauce because it takes, first of all, a huge portion. It takes a huge portion of palm oil to be able to do that, and then there's this particular ingredient that is not readily available here, and I'm just like, oh god. It just takes a bit of getting used to, you know, not having to eat a lot of the things that were staples for me back in Nigeria. Another is the kind of vegetables that I was really used to in Nigeria. I'm talking about, you know, efo, I'm talking about ugu, I'm talking about water leaf, you know, all of these things that were just readily available for me in Nigeria. Unfortunately, I can't get a lot of those here. As a matter of fact, I've never had ugu, I've never had shoko, I've never had water leaf since I got here. It's been spinach or kale that I've had to use to make vegetable soup since I got here. Now, they haven't been bad. Like, I've actually enjoyed those vegetables here. The fact that I don't get to have those usual regular staples and obviously limits the spectrum of the kind of vegetable soups that I can make just really gets to me sometimes. I'm getting used to the changes that I've had to make, you know, in my diet and in the things that I consume. Again, like I said, it is what it is. I'm about to learn to improvise and the things that are readily available to me, and I make it work for me now. The third lifestyle change is the fact that I no longer drive. Let me rephrase that. I haven't driven since I moved to Canada. You may or you may not know, you're only allowed to use your international driver's license for a very limited amount of time, after which you then need to go on to, you know, go through the process of writing a test and passing to qualify to drive in Canada, and that duration really varies depending on the city and the province that you live in, right? And it's partly by choice and it's partly coincidental that I haven't driven in Canada. The choice being that I just wanted to just cool off, you know. It was nice to be in an environment where I didn't have to up into a car to get to every single place that I could get to. You know, it's nice to jump on public transportation. And for me, really though, I enjoy it. Sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, oh god, I actually miss driving. You know, nothing beats driving in Lagos. Like, if you don't have liver, you actually cannot drive in Lagos. And you know that popular saying where they say, you know, if you've driven in Lagos, you can drive in any part of the world. I actually believe it. I actually think so, although there are a lot of things that you're going to have to unlearn, you know, to drive in other parts of the world if you are being a if you've been a regular Lagos driver. Imagine the road rage that we experience on a daily basis in Lagos. Shout out to you if you live in Lagos and if you drive in Lagos, you know what I mean, right? But anyway, so my driving hiatus is going to come to an end very soon, so I'm looking forward to getting on with driving here. But yes, I miss the fact that I haven't driven since I arrived in Canada. That has been a huge change for me. And speaking of driving here, one of the things that has definitely been a lifestyle change for me is the fact that I don't get to experience annoying, hellish traffic here as it is in Lagos. What I found here is that if there is major traffic on any major road or any road at all, it's probably as a result of a collision that has occurred, or a major incident, and that is usually even very rare, you know, and that is usually very rare compared to Lagos, where let me stop. I don't want to shade Lagos, I don't want to shade my Lagosians, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So let's just leave it at that. You know, it's a refreshing change for me not to experience the kind of hellish traffic that I used to experience in Lagos. So yes, let me leave it there. Another lifestyle change for me is the fact that in this place there is very limited amount of cruise and rocks that is available here. And when I'm talking about cruise and rocks, I'm talking about parties, I'm talking about just, you know, having a large spectrum of fun. Now fun is definitely relative, right? You can definitely tailor the kind of fun you have. You can definitely tailor the kind of fun you have to what is available to you in your environment. Now I'm not saying that I do not have fun here, but there's a kind of fun that you have in Lagos, right? There's a kind of fun that you have in Nigeria where you get to experience weddings with your family. Imagine going to a wedding on a Saturday and half of your family is in that wedding because it's probably a family member or an extended family member getting married, or a family friend getting married, or you just get to dress up and go to a wedding with your friends, and just any random party really. It's just not the same here. I haven't been to any party here, and of course no thanks to the coronavirus, which has sort of put a halt on everything social life pretty much here. So yes, I definitely miss the fact that I don't get to enjoy, I don't get to have that I don't get to have that level of social life, you know, here. If you are a subscriber and you live in Canada, please, whenever you want to throw a party, kindly invite me. I will gladly come. A few days ago, I was talking to my friend and we were talking about jewelry, and I was saying to her about how, you know, all of my late mom's jewelry is in my custody and here with me actually, and it's just so jarring that they're just in the box that I put them and I cannot use them because where am I going to? Where am I wearing beads to? Where am I wearing coral to? Where am I wearing Swarovski and all that stuff to? Where am I wearing it to? Anyways, back to my appeal. If you're in Canada and you're my subscriber and you're having a party, if you live in Alberta, invite me. I just will show up. So yes, there's very limited amount of cruise and rocks here. It's just basically vibes and inshallah, really. You know, you get to hang out with your friends a couple of times, you get to go out with your family, you know, and all of that. But again, you know, the fact that we're still in the middle of a pandemic doesn't help, and the fact that it's just not the same. Definitely there's just something about getting to, you know, vibe and cruise with your people on an almost every Saturday basis. So yes, that's definitely missing here, and it's definitely been a lifestyle change for me. Finally, another lifestyle change that I've had to make here is living a pretty much minimalist lifestyle now compared to when I was in Nigeria. And I'm talking about how I have less furniture now, intentionally. I have less clothes now, again, intentionally. You know, I declutter my house very regularly, and that's right down to my kids' toys. If I feel like the toys are getting really too much in the house, what I do is I just sift through, and anything that I notice that they haven't been playing with very recently, I'm packing that up and I'm going to go donate that off. I just like the fact that my house now is hairy and just clean, and it's just not too much stuff, as opposed to when I was in Lagos. You know how, you know, if you had a store in Nigeria where you have all this unnecessary plastic, especially souvenirs from parties. Oh my god, that's definitely one thing that I don't miss. All those plastic balls and buckets, all those coolers that you amass in your house. and it spends years in your house and you actually never use them. And no shade to Nigerian parties, right? But come on now. And to be honest, in retrospect, that's actually one of the things I miss about my mother. You know, my mom goes to a party, get all the souvenirs, and the next time she's coming to my house, she's bringing them all. Or when I get to visit her, she's telling me, oh, I collected this and that for you. And I'm like, oh God, mom, I don't need this thing. She's like, take them, you know. So yes, the fact that I don't get to amass all of those things anymore has definitely been a major lifestyle change for me, and I want to continue to keep it that way. You know, I have a lot of things. There are a lot of things I have very much less of now than I did in Nigeria. Now what I do is I use what I have, I buy what I need. I don't buy unnecessary stuff anymore. I just don't want the house cluttered, really. And I kind of prefer my life extremely decluttered right now, and it's working well for me. It's been working well for me. Yes, so those are the main lifestyle changes that I have experienced since I moved from Nigeria to Canada. If you are a Nigerian living in Canada and you have some of these lifestyle changes that you want to share with me, please kindly leave me a comment in the comment section. Let's get the conversation going. And if you're Nigerian living in Nigeria and have some lifestyle experiences that you enjoy as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, please kindly feel free to share them in the comment section and let's talk about it. So thank you so very much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed as of this moment, please kindly click the subscribe button. It means a lot to me if you join my family. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.